Time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever at the Butterfly Palace. The Springfield Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play, and Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And here we are again. This time it's a Monday, and boy, we just have a few more of these left before it's 2024. That's shocking.
It's wild. It is shocking. Here's a look at some news. Yeah, beware of a scam making its way around Springfield. Someone is going door to door claiming falsely to be with city utilities. That person is trying to get personal information from people. CU says it is not one of their employees and that the utility doesn't do door to door solicitation. Dade County's 911 system is back up and running again after being down for part of the weekend. Dade County said the problem was because of a network issue. During the outage, residents were given a different phone number to call in case of an emergency.
All right. It has been a good year, as you know, on the gridiron for the Missouri Tigers, but they have their work cut out for them in the upcoming bowl game that they're going to be playing. The number 9 ranked MU Tigers will take on the number 7th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes December 29th in the Cotton Bowl.
I hope that the Cotton Bowl is nicer than it used to be.
Well, they call it the Cotton Bowl game, but it's no longer played in the Cotton Bowl. It's played at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, which is
perfect.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tigers finished the season 10-2. Ohio State finished the season 11-1.
All right, let's go Mizzou.
We'll see what happens. Bass Pro hired a new guy from Patagonia. How about that? Phil Graves will work to reduce the company's carbon footprint in manufacturing. He'll also help with supply chain and operations and do more in wildlife conservation as well. Bass Pro calls Graves an industry-recognized leader in sustainability.
I'd say so. If they're hiring him from the competition, he's probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. Good for him. Well, look how far we've come. Some architecture students at Drury are using a 3D concrete printer to build 12 affordable duplexes for the newest Eden Village location. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's something.
That's the wildest thing. It'll be on West High Street. Eden Village, of course, is the community of tiny homes that are offered to people in need who otherwise don't have a place to live. The 3D concrete printer belongs to the Gathering Tree, which is in charge of Eden Village. And Drury is one of the few universities that will have the opportunity for their students to use a 3D printer. So that's really cool.
That is
it'll
cool.
take them a couple months to build. And 12 affordable duplexes, which means 24 units essentially. And what a really neat experience. Funny story, my nephew, Hudson, who is turning 10 tomorrow, I asked my sister what he wanted for either his birthday or Christmas, and she said a 3D printer. I was like, what? What's that? Start over again.
She's going to have to look to another family member for one of those.
That's what I said. That's what I told her. I was like, you know what? He's getting cash or a gift card because I don't know what to do with that. But it's funny that that's what he would ask for. And now these students are like, have the 3D concrete printer. It's pretty cool. Today is day 1. The news leader is going back to your mailbox as opposed to your driveway, which if you are a oldie but goodie like Ethan and me, we still like the hard copy newspaper, which we don't have that anymore. We just subscribe online. But man,
I get it at work.
Do you get it at work? Oh, I should have known. I should have known that, old man. Anyway, though, starting today, the U.S. Postal Service will be delivering the news leader with your daily mail. With the rest of your mail. The news leader says it's been harder to hire paper carriers with higher gas prices, more driving competition, more people subscribing online. They said it just wasn't working anymore for them financially or even reliability. So in your mailbox, it will go.
Oh, that's a big change. That's a big change.
It is. And I know that, I think they're probably sad about it, because if you're a paper person, like both of us are, it's
Well, you still
Bummer.
get it. It just comes in your mailbox.
I know, but then it's not going to be there at 5:00 in the morning.
That's
I
true.
don't know. It's just,
Yeah, that's true. It's different.
I mean, hopefully it'll still be delivered early, but I mean, not always. Our mail certainly does not come early. Comes at like 2:00 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just could be a change of routine is the point.
Yes, that is true. That is true. London Calling is moving out of the Battlefield Mall. Speaking of things that aren't the same as they used to be. Instead, the English pastry restaurant is relocating to 14 Mill Market out there in Nixa. The food hall opened earlier this year, early summer, I think. London Calling also operates 2 food trucks in Springfield, and those will continue as they are.
Springfield is going to host the Mo Mac and Cheese Festival in the middle of January. It'll give you something to look forward to in the cold months. Now there's the time for restaurants to sign up to be part of the competition. The deadline is on Friday, so you're going to need to get that entry in this week. The Mac and Cheese Fest on January 13th at University Plaza offers attendees the chance to sample some of the best mac and cheese that the area has to offer. And then there will be a vote on who actually has the best mac and cheese. Is
Okay.
McCheesy's open yet?
Yeah, it's open.
They better win. You know what I mean?
Well, it's in the title. So
If they
I
don't
think they will.
win, I feel like they're in trouble.
We'll see.
We'll see. And then finally, this is interesting. The official dish of the state of Missouri could become Springfield cashew chicken. First of all, did you know that the state of Missouri had an official dish? Because that, folks, is news to me. Christian County Representative Jamie Gregg's trying to make it official, actually sponsoring a bill to make it so. Currently, Missouri has a state dessert, the ice cream cone, which was invented during the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis.
Yep.
And then, of course,
it's
there's
interesting.
Different areas known for different things.
It's interesting that I don't think there is an official dish. I looked it up and I couldn't find one for the state of Missouri. There's an official dessert, and that is the ice cream cone, which just they came up with because they didn't have any other options at the 1904 World's Fair. I think the story goes that they ran out of bowls or something to put the ice cream in. So there was a guy selling waffles. So they wrapped up a waffle, put ice cream in it, and that became the first ice cream cone. And somebody said, "Oh, now that's a good idea."
Huh.
So, invention is the necessity of...
Necessity is the engine of invention.
Mother of invention.
Mother of invention. Here you go.
Two of us will figure it out. If we work it out together on live podcast, we might be able to do it. Well, that's going to be a tough row to hoe, I think, for Springfield cashew chicken, because it's not from the biggest city in the state of Missouri. And Kansas City has barbecue, which is kind of known nationally. St. Louis has ribs that are known nationally. There's also toasted ravioli that was invented in St. Louis. The gooey butter cake, which is like a St. Louis thing. Pork steaks. I don't know. I mean, I'm rooting for cashew chicken, but I don't know. That's going to be tough.
You want to hear a fun little story? I was telling my friend Katie, because we were talking about pork steaks. Actually, we were talking about food specific to areas. And I was telling her that I had never had a pork steak until I married a St. Louis boy.
Yeah.
Never even heard of a pork steak. Where have I been? I was under a rock, apparently. But in Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure that nobody had pork steaks, unless it was just my weird family. But I thought we were pretty normal.
It's very strange. I grew up with it. And then when I moved away to Las Vegas, and then Florida, and then Michigan, nobody had pork steaks. I had to ask for them, and they had to explain what they are. And then here, growing up in St. Louis, I never had tri-tip, which is weird. But here, tri-tip is the thing, and it's unbelievably good. So I love tri-tip. It is odd that some areas have certain things and just don't have certain other things.
All right. Somebody in the comments, tell me where to go eat some good cashew chicken. Listen, I know that there are the Springfield favorites, and I'm not dogging any of them, but I'm saying cashew chicken would not be my dish of choice at said restaurants. I mean, there's other stuff on their menu that I would prefer to order. Like I haven't had any cashew chicken yet that has knocked my socks off.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. I don't order it, but we are known for it. We are known for it. I mean, if you go other places, some big cities, you'll find Springfield cashew chicken.
Okay. Well, I'm willing to stand corrected. So somebody tell me.
You'll also find a Kansas City strip.
Yeah.
And St. Louis style ribs. So okay.
All right, folks, that'll do it. Happy Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. We're moving toward Christmas, so be ready. Check in with Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather. Don't forget about it.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday, December 4th. I hope you had a great weekend. We had a little bit of rain across the Ozarks this weekend. Nothing, though, that was a total washout. And overall, it was just kind of cloudy and a little bit gloomy across the region. I've got better news for you as we kick off the brand new work week. Things are looking up for us over the next several days. I have temperatures that are going to be warming, in fact, above average by the middle of the week. And today's not so bad either. I have a high temperature right around 50 degrees, which won't be too bad with some sunshine that will come out later today. We've got warmer weather ahead. That's a big headline for us in the forecast as we start the new week. A warming trend and drier weather. So a stretch of dry days for us. That'll be good. Got kind of muddy out there in a few places with the rainfall that we had around just last week. And now we are going to see some drier weather, some warmer weather, and high pressure settling into the middle part of the country. Today, we get a wind shift. So early this morning, temperatures are in the low 30s. We have a northwest breeze, but a southwest wind is going to develop later today. That, along with the sunshine, will boost numbers right around 50 degrees for afternoon highs today. And then 60s are back in this forecast. That happens by Thursday. We could even see low to mid 60s return in that forecast. The trend, well, it's going to warm up pretty quickly. In fact, by Wednesday, there will be places near 60 degrees. I think the 60s, though, show up in full force. We could hit about 63 degrees by Thursday. We'll stay there for Friday. And then it looks like our next major storm system will move in by the weekend into the early part of next week. We've got several days to enjoy, though, before that one gets here. A string of dry days and a whole lot of sunshine coming our way in this work week forecast as well. So that's kind of nice news. We're all rushing around. It's holiday season. The stores are packed, and it'll be nice that we have some good weather to enjoy. Rain chances, I mentioned them. They return for us late in the week next week into the weekend, and that will bring us our next best chance for some precip. Here's a look at the forecast as we head into the next couple of days. Today, I am expecting a mostly sunny sky by this afternoon with that southwest wind. I expect that we'll hold off on the rain chances. Those are now gone, lingering around from this morning. And now we're talking about temperatures staying in the 50s today and tomorrow. By Tuesday and Wednesday, I think it's all sunshine across the region. We're back to the mid 50s by Tuesday afternoon. By Thursday, we're in the mid 60s, and we stay very warm on Friday. It's Saturday that we introduce the rain chance and the temperature drop, and then looks like temps are going to drop a whole lot more for us by the time we get to the early part of next week. Around the country, what's making headlines is big time winter storms. That's happening out on the West Coast. Wow. Atmospheric river conditions bringing heavy rain to much of the Pacific Northwest, as well as heavy snowfall for the northern Cascade Mountains. We also have heavy snowfall for northern New England. That's going to last through the first part of this week through Tuesday, and also heavy snowfall for the northern and central Rockies. So all of you folks heading out for your ski trips, looks like we're going to have some nice fresh powder on the higher elevations across the United States, which is probably good news for them. And it's not atypical for this time of the year. All right, it is time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question today. This is, of course, sponsored by Scooters Coffee, and we had some big winners around from just last week. So big congratulations to Gary, Chris, Andy, Sharon, and Amy. Those were our 5 gift card winners from last week. We'll give away 5 more. Here is the question that I left you with on Friday, and I'll let you know what the answer was. What food does Boeing use to test their in-flight Wi-Fi? Do you think it was A, onions, B, potatoes, C, tomatoes, or D, pickles? And if you answered B, potatoes, you are correct, and you are entered into a pool to win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee today. So congrats if you chose B. This is true. Boeing, they said in a press release that they actually use about 20,000 pounds of potatoes, and they put these in the seats to act like passengers because apparently they are most like humans. Bag of potatoes. For some people, that might be true. Bag of potatoes sits in the plane seats, and apparently whatever interacts, whatever signals need to jump off something or another, they put the potatoes there to act as if the flight were full of humans, and that's how they test their Wi-Fi signal, if it's good or bad. I knew potatoes did the electricity thing, but they can also test Wi-Fi, and they do for Boeing. Now you know. All right, here's a question for tomorrow. Which of these is not a real word? Do you think it is A, Breifit, B, ploods, C, grolix, or D, flingorn? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Breifit, ploods, grolix, or flingorn? I'm not sure if my pronunciation is correct, but I think it is because I tried to look these up. Let me know which one is not a real word, though. So I guess I didn't mess up the pronunciation on one of them because one of them is not real. Let me know which one you think that is. You can do that over at aroundtheozarks.com. Hey, while you're there, we have a very exciting announcement here on Around the Ozarks. It is the 12 Days of Christmas with Around the Ozarks giveaway. It is going to be pretty awesome. If you haven't checked this out, head on over to the website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. Around the Ozarks wants to help you celebrate the holiday season with some last-minute Christmas gifts from us to you. So you can now enter, while you're entering your brain twister question, enter to win gift cards from great area restaurants like Jim's Steakhouse, Civil Kitchen, Fazoli's, Village Inn, or you can take home prizes like tickets to the Springfield Symphony and the Alamo Draft House, or the grand prize, which is a signed jersey by former Kansas City Chiefs star Dwayne Bowie. Very exciting 12 Days of Christmas with Around the Ozarks. Make sure you enter there when you're on the website to enter the brain twister question. You can also find your weather information there. That's aroundtheozarks.com. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and make sure you enjoy the weather this week. Things are going to change for us next week. I will catch you again early tomorrow morning.